Later this month, Charlottetown native Aaron Poirier will once again be running the Boston Marathon. For most of us, that alone would be a major accomplishment, but it's nothing compared with what Aaron has planned for later on this year. Her plan is to run across the African nation of Gambia in hot July, and to do it all in just over 2 weeks. Aaron is a nurse now living in Halifax, and that's where I reached her to talk about her goal. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning, Matt.
Now tell us a bit about your connection with Africa and how that's developed over the years.
Even as a high school student growing up in Charlottetown, I wanted to work in Africa. I attended nursing school at UPEI, and during my first year, maybe even in the first month in September, I remember one of my professors talking about the World University Service of Canada. They had an opportunity for students to go on an exchange to Africa that summer, and I remember thinking, I must do this. I need to be involved with this. So I applied, and at the age of 18, spent 6 weeks in Zimbabwe, had an amazing time, and kind of was hooked on working in a developing context in Africa since then.
And what about Gambia? Where did that enter the picture?
After I graduated from nursing school, I was looking for opportunities for some type of volunteer position in Africa, and was attending Dal University for grad school, and they have a long-running connection with the Nova Scotia Gambia Association. And they had an opportunity for nurses to work on a project that summer.
And what did you do in Gambia?
In the Gambia, I worked on a sexual health, HIV prevention, and malaria prevention project. So I was paired up with some Gambian colleagues, and we were teaching junior high and high school students. There's not a lot of sexual health content that happens in the Gambian classroom, so our program that's been running in the Gambia for 25 years is a really key component in preventing HIV in the Gambia.
What kind of connection did you form with the people there?
I loved it there. Gambia is known as the Smiling Coast of Africa. Gambians have named it themselves, the Smiling Coast, and it's really named that because of their hospitality. Almost every day I would have people coming up to me and they would say, "Oh, you're highly welcome to the Gambia, and black and white unite, and we're one family, and thank you for coming here." And that happened almost every day.
And you're going back in July, as we mentioned, for this long-distance run. How long have you been a runner, Aaron?
I started running in high school, so pretty much always a runner. This will be more running than I usually do.
So we can blame it on was it Colonel Gray High?
Yeah, I went to Colonel Gray High. I actually didn't run at Colonel Gray. I played basketball, and our coach was pretty serious about us showing up at the beginning of the season in shape. So I would run to get into shape for basketball season, and looking back, I enjoyed and excelled at running more than I did at basketball. I'll be running my third consecutive Boston Marathon, which is April 18th, so coming up soon.
So that's kind of like a training round for what you're going to face in July. Can you describe what this run is going to entail for you this summer?
Sure. So the Gambia is the smallest country on the continent of Africa, and it's 430 kilometers from the border with Senegal all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. So I'll be running from east to west towards the ocean. The Gambian River runs straight down the center of the country, and there's exactly one road above it and one road below it. So I'll be running on the road below the Gambian River. The road is paved maybe for the last 100 of the 430 kilometers. The rest of it looks quite similar to a dirt road on PEI. The soil is also red there. So my goal is to run about 25 kilometers a day to complete in 17 days. So it'll be a little over a half marathon per day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, like you say, you've run the Boston Marathon. You've run in Halifax. Much different climate and conditions. How are you preparing for that?
Yeah, I mean, the running part, I almost feel more confident in preparing for, because I know I can get myself prepared and that I'll be fit enough to do the running. It's the conditions that are the challenging part. So July is summer in the Gambia, so it means hot, humid weather. My number one rule for my support team is that I don't at any time want to know what the temperature is, because when you actually know what it is, it feels hotter. I've been there in July before in the Gambia, and I know it's somewhere between 36 and 39 degrees. So there's not a whole lot I can do to prepare for that. I've been going to hot yoga practice some days the yoga practice really helps and I feel like, okay, I can deal with this, the heat's fine. And then other days I get really focused on the fact that the hot yoga studio is 38 degrees and that's how hot it's going to be every single day. So in those days, the preparation is not so productive.
When you start thinking about this trip that is now only a few months away and this journey, which is going to be a true physical and mental challenge, what kinds of things are you thinking about? Are you excited? Are you scared? All of the above?
Yeah, I'm excited. The thought of what it's going to feel like to finally get to the ocean after 17 hot days of running has certainly gotten me through some long wintry running evenings. So I think about that a lot. I think about that when I need motivation. In terms of worrying, I think what I'm worried most about right now are the animals. So I would prefer not to see any wild animals in the Gambia, but don't have any control over that really.
How is the fundraising going for this?
Members of the Halifax running community have gotten some corporate sponsorship to cover my travel expenses. So the money that I'm trying to raise with this run is going to go directly to helping keep kids and youth alive in the Gambia through our malaria program, our HIV program, and also through our landmine injury prevention program. So the money is going straight to West Africa now. People want to follow my progress as I prepare to do this. My website's love4gambia.com with the number 4, and I'll also be blogging, hopefully, while I am running across the country. I don't think I'll have reliable internet access for the first 5 to 7 days, but after that I should be back online.
And you might be a little tired, too.
Yeah, no kidding.
There is that. Erin, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Take care, Russ.
Charlottetown native Erin Poirier running across Gambia in July. And again, her website is love4, the number 4, love4gambia.com with information on how you can support her campaign.